Yeah, I'll just start real basic, Dave, and that is just start reading. Just make a goal to start reading. And that might mean I'm going to read 15 minutes a day. For some people that might seem a lot, like not very much, but for a non-reader, that's kind of a big deal to read 15 minutes a day. And then what will happen? And I've seen this happen multiple times. 15 minutes will turn into 30 minutes. 30 minutes will turn into an hour. And it's amazing the number of books you could read if you give yourself over to reading 1 hour a day, 7 days a week. You can read a lot of books with that. So just start reading. I would say also in this book, I include not only the appendix with over 300 recommended books, but also in this book, I've included 10 very basic, solid Christian books to start with. I would argue that if someone got a hold of my book and read those 10 recommended books, that would be a fantastic way to start. These are very readable, very theologically oriented, and very helpful. And I just think it would be a huge encouragement. And then I would just say for someone just getting started, set a reading goal. When I got married, I didn't have any reading goals. I'd read very few books when I was married in 1991. Shortly after I got married, I decided to begin this idea of a reading goal. That began with about 20 books a year. It went to 50 books a year. And for the last, almost 15 years, I'm reading anywhere from 150 to 200 books a year, and with no problem at all. I mean, it is not an issue. And all I do is I rise early in the morning. A lot of people ask me, where do I get the time to do all this reading? I typically wake up each morning at 4:30, and I read for a couple hours. And so when I get to my study at the church, I already have anywhere from 2 to 3 hours under my belt of reading, and then I continue to study when I get to church. And so it's just a matter of making it a part of your life. I'd also say that wherever I go, I have a book with me. So if I go to the dentist, if God forbid I go to the doctor's office, one of the worst places that a man could ever be, right? I always have a book. In fact, if I get in a traffic jam, and this happened to me on the way to Ecola about a year ago, I got stuck on the freeway and I sat there for 2 hours, literally with nothing to do. The issue is, though, I had my books with me. And so while everyone else got frustrated for those 2 hours, I sat there and read a theology book. It was wonderful. So I would strongly encourage people, if they want to make reading a part of their lives, stick a book in your briefcase, put it in your man pack, put it in your purse, put it in your car, and always have a book wherever you go.
And you were probably, knowing you like I do, your head was so in that book that somebody had to honk at you, right?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. You got it.
Oh, man.